With so much noise, so many distractions, so many duties, notifications, people to please, things to do, shows to watch, books to read, things to buy, places to be, sights to see, diets to try, weights to lift, money to make. How do we take back our time? When is there time for us? Where do we find peace? Here are some of the benefits of a simpler life. Almost all of us will agree that we're overworked, underpaid, and in need of a proper vacation. We have more money than we've ever had, and less time. More ways to connect, and lonelier than ever. For previous generations, simplicity wasn't an option. There was no choice but to be in nature and do nothing but spend time with our loved ones. But now, with endless distractions and almost every person on Earth at our fingertips, those things are a luxury. So here are 5 ways you can simplify your life and make space for the people and experiences that bring you true fulfillment. Mental space. We need time to let our mind wander. Like a small child being forced to sit down and work for hours a day. If we don't allow time for our mind to play and wander, it'll stop paying attention and lose all motivation to be productive. There's a reason our best thoughts come out of the shower. For some of us, it might be the only time we have to just think in silence. We take in so much information every day, more in an hour than previous generations could get in a week. And then we wonder why we can't sleep at night. If you want more mental clarity, less anxiety, and better sleep, you need to carve out time during the day to let your mind just process. Take a 15-minute walk and put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Light a candle and take a long bath. Or finally try your hand at meditation. Whatever you do, just make sure there is no one to talk to and nothing to distract you. Just you and your thoughts. And when given the proper time to just unwind without any stimulation, your mind and your ability to focus will be much more cooperative when you finally do come back to your work. Social life. We tend to associate having a lot of people to hang out with and a lot of things on our to-do list with a successful social life. And while that may look good on the surface, if we're always saying yes to the people around us, who are we saying no to? Usually ourselves. We try to fit waking up early, working out, going to work, checking 20 different apps, posting and catching up on social media, spending time with friends, spending time with our significant other, and all while watching that new show that everyone tells us is great. Where do we fit in? When is me time? And much less 8 hours of sleep. You are not serving anyone by being a go-to person. By solving everyone else's problems, you're only postponing your own. We need time to be by ourselves, for ourselves. And being alone doesn't have to be like a punishment or something bad. It can be the perfect opportunity to just treat yourself. It's a lot cheaper to go out and get a massage or go out to a nice restaurant when you're alone. If you waited for someone else to do those things for you, you'd probably be waiting a long time. Taking time for yourself is also the perfect opportunity to clean and organize your life. It's probably a long list of little things that you've been needing to do that you've been putting off for a long time. These things won't get done when you're out donating all your free time and trying to be at every get-together. Schedule you in. Put you on your to-do list and prioritize yourself. Because I promise, if you don't, there isn't a single person on earth that will. Social media. And it goes for our digital lives as well. It's become the norm to follow hundreds or thousands of people on Instagram. But by being inundated with everybody's daily news and updates, we end up not being actually present with the people that are right in front of us. And the people closest to us that we actually want to follow end up being buried underneath everybody's breakfast and shit like that. Socially spread a mile wide and an inch deep. By consuming everyone else's day all the time, you end up spending less time creating your own. By being so interested, you start becoming less interesting. I don't know if you needed to hear this or what, but you don't have to follow everyone that follows you. You can be a good friend to someone without following them on social media. You don't have to know everything that is going on with everyone. By following thousands of people, you're almost guaranteeing that the most important few that you truly care about are being buried under all these other daily updates and bullshit. And by following less people, you'll have less to scroll through and less of a reason to spend hours on your phone every day, which, funny enough, is probably better for your real social life. A good routine. We often hear about all the amazing habits that we should be doing every day. Every influencer and self-help video on YouTube tells us we need to be journaling, reading, meditating, working out, eating clean, fixing climate change, and curing cancer. And while those are worthy goals, that's not what I mean by routine. This isn't another guilt trip. All a good routine is something that makes you 1% better, 1% more the person you want to be every day. That's it. So if you're starting your days now by hitting snooze 5 times, playing on your phone for an hour, and then getting up and eating whatever the hell you want for breakfast, that's probably not leading you down the path you want. You need to decide the person you want to be and what an ideal day would look like, and start building those habits into your routine now. And while that might sound like a pretty tall mountain to climb, it's actually a lot easier than you might think. Good habits start difficult, but then snowball and build on each other and create exponential change. If you currently have a problem with waking up and checking your phone for an hour, then buy an alarm clock and leave your phone in another room at night. When you wake up from your alarm clock, you won't have anything to play with, and you'll be forced to get up, and by the time you get to your phone, you probably won't want to just lay back down in bed and start playing again. And then with that extra hour in the morning, you can get out of bed earlier, journal, read, work out, whatever. And then, with that extra mental clarity you'll make better decisions about how you treat people, what you eat, and so on. And by starting with one small habit, you can drastically change the person you'll be in a year or even months. And while a simple but effective routine might appear boring on the outside, the benefits of automating your good habits will give you more time and more energy to do the actually fulfilling things with your life. Stuff. The things we own are usually the first thing that come to mind when we hear about simplifying our lives. We imagine pretentious hipsters with the Apple logo tattooed on their forehead wearing the same sweater every day. But simplicity in possessions isn't a competition to have the least amount of things. It's about reminding yourself of the purpose of the things in your life and removing the ones that don't serve a good one. This has 2 advantages. First, by being more intentional with how you spend your money, you end up saving it for what can bring you lasting fulfillment, experiences. And second, by purchasing and keeping only what's essential, you end up with less things to distract you and clutter up your environment. And look, I have jewelry, expensive camera equipment, and $500 cologne. I'm not anti-materialism, but there is a difference between good and bad materialism. When you spend all your time working to make money to buy things that might make you look cool to other people or give you some false sense of accomplishment, that's bad materialism. This ring has the 4 Stoic virtues inscribed in it to remind me on a daily basis of how to be a better person. This necklace has pine trees and the aurora borealis to remind me of why I'm working so hard and what my end goal is. And this $500 cologne is a complete waste of money. This is bad materialism. Literally no one that has ever lived needs this. I don't need this. Don't waste your money on stuff like that. Okay. We spend our time making money, so make sure you're spending your money wisely and not getting $500 cologne. This flames though. This shit's fire. Simplicity isn't about just doing or having less. It's about being intentional and doing less, but better. It comes down to filtering out all the noise and pointless obligations to make room for what matters the most to us. And ultimately deciding that we have that also elusive word. Enough. Thanks for watching.